Hi, I'm Arthur Matos.
And I'm Jen Farrell.
And we're from EPIC, the Eastern Paranormal Investigation Center. We're here today at Snug Harbor to talk to you about the anomalies that happen here. We base most of our analysis on the science realm. Most of the meters that are used on the field are going to consist of EMF, radiation, temperature. Sorry? No, I know. I'm just trying to figure out EMF, radiation, temperature, and I think that's EMF meters, EMF meters, EMF meters, EMF meters, radiation. I should have actually bought the other guy too. Temperature. Do this too, so you can. Temperature and temperature. These specific meters are used for a one-shot deal, which you basically, point and shoot. So you basically point the meter and it will give you a reading of 78 degrees or wherever it's pointing at. Of course, this specific meter, wherever it points, is a contact temperature. So where I pointed, if I point it direct, and of course it will have a laser light, so you know where you're pointing. But if I point it at you, which don't worry, it won't hurt you. If I point it at you, it will give me a reading. You're outside by 87 degrees, 87.2. Okay. However, what about a free-floating ghost? Well, when you have your non-contact temperature device or sensor, as I call it, a temperature scanner, you also have an ambient device or a probe that will it's actually a wire which is indirectly loose. I actually tied it up and made it into this little guy right here, and that's it. So you can actually carry it around and basically take the temperature of the surface and at the same time get the temperature of the surrounding air. The theory is that when we pass, that field is still connected to us. Our consciousness still has that field, which is what ghosts either are created out of or what they can manipulate. The electromagnetic field. We're not quite sure what's what yet.
Right.
Which is why we take tools from other industries, or I like to say borrow, because in all essence, these aren't ghost meters. There's no such thing as a ghost meter. There's no such thing as a ghost radiation meter, the ghost EMF meter, the ghost meter. And then, of course, you have the infamous K2 meter, which is, I'm sure everybody has seen it on such shows on TV as Ghost Hunters and quite a few others. The K2 is very popular. But again, we use it in conjunction with EVPs. If it can turn lights on by a simple electronic command, let's see if the entity can actually change the environment and control the electrical impulses in the environment and try to make the lights go on. Now, sometimes there are people that live within these locations. There are people that live within these locations that rent out the houses or part of the houses themselves. Many of the bungalows that you see are rented out. Partial of this house, which is the matron's cottage, was rented out as well when we first initially went in there. But there was a tree here, a very large tree, which was cut down. Not quite sure when. We didn't really do the research much on it, but the hearsay is that a 12 or 13-year-old child was hung on that tree, and again is one of the entities that roams the the house itself or the grounds. This location here, again, in conjunction, which is the laundry room, in conjunction with the matron's house. Many shadows and people just walking back and forth. The security office goes up to them and they find absolutely nothing. Nobody's there. Where'd they go? Nothing. No trace of them whatsoever. So we'll move along. And,
Okay.
We're
Going this way.
we're
Heading over to
I keep
the
thinking we're going. I'm
9/11 Memorial,
No,
which
no,
used to be the morgue officially, and then next to that is a field, which was the hospital. People say that they see shadows, the white lady, some people walking around outside on the grounds. You know, they're there one minute, they're gone the next.
No, Jen, nobody's here. Tom would be there today, but it's all. I mean, check.
No, they're closed.
No, he's not there today. This gentleman here, this statue, per se, it could be that many people see it as they're walking down the trail and turn around and see a statue, and then an optical illusion. They see somebody just glancing, their eyes are moving, the statue is steady, but their eyes are moving, they see the statue, and all of a sudden think it's a person. Could that be?
Or the feelings of going in there with the chills and your hair standing on end. It could be because this was the morgue, it could be because of the artifacts that are there from 9/11, or it could be the emotional impact because it is
the 9/11.
the 9/11, and this is New York, so it could be that.
What you are about to hear is real. It has not been edited or enhanced. Electronic voice phenomenon, EVP, is the process by which the dead, through sound and image, communicate with the living through the static and white noise of modern electronic devices.
Well, EVP is one of the most commonly known things. EVP, which the acronym stands for Electronic Voice Phenomenon, which is generally, basically it's recorded when a team or investigators as Epic Paranormal goes into a location. We put a digital and or analog recorder and we ask a question. It's basically, in a nutshell, it's a Q&A session, question and answer. We ask a question, we wait several seconds, and then we hopefully wait for an answer. The answer, however, is not going to be heard until the audio tape itself, or the digital tape itself, is reviewed. There are different classes, from a whisper to a clear voice. You know, the hardest thing to get is video evidence. The easiest are EVPs. But most of what we capture, we throw out because of the fact that we won't just take anything for an EVP. Even if we think it's paranormal, but we have a shred of a doubt, when in doubt, throw it out, as the old saying goes.
No, the camera doesn't give it a reading at all. It's by the camera, it's 0.2. I got a 7 point something when I was standing up there.
Oh, up here?
Yes, right by you. 7 point something flashed.
The K2 is actually, will give us, and this way, by just locking a penny in there, it'll actually give us a steady reading without actually moving the button. Green light all the way. Okay, I just very quickly want to take a reading and do a quick Q&A, if you don't mind. Sure. Just want to see something really quick. And in fact, it'll actually be an actual Q&A session, regardless of if we have EVPs.
There was a murder documented that a priest, yes, was killed by the chapel.
I'm speaking to any entities in the location at this time. Can you give me a sign of your presence? Can you try to manipulate these lights that I'm holding in this little gray box and make them light up? There it goes. Just got it. Is that you trying to communicate with us? Can you do that again? Could you light up the lights like you just did?
0.2, 0.1.
I just got that spike. I just hit it.
As I did.
That was weird.
Giving off anything.
If you were the one that made that light up,
Yep, 0.1.1 right here.
can you make the meter light up for me? There it goes. It just did it. Okay. Are you the priest that died here? You getting that on film? It's just spiked. I demand an answer. Light up the lights on the meter that I have in my left hand. If you understand me. There it goes. It's going, it's just going. Okay. So you understand me, correct? I demand a sign of your presence now. If you're strong enough. Okay. There's a good possibility that it's exhausted its energy too, whatever was here. I mean, again, theoretically it could happen when it's trying to, you know, when it's been trying to show itself. But that was strange though, that at that same instance, and it kept doing it, and there's no reason why this thing would light up at all, if it wasn't for an anomalous field, meaning a field that doesn't belong here. There's no reason whatsoever. Whatever was here is either exhausted its energy, or we lost the field, or God only knows, because in all honesty, we just don't know what's going on here. We don't know what happened in this building. For all we know, it could have been, you know, and the only way to get lights to light up on this meter is if you go like this, you know, and you see all the, like, there's not even, you know, it's, you know, not even that way. It's really, there's no way to get lights to light up on this meter, except if it was an anomalous field. Or a ghost, for that matter. You know, if you want to call it that. That's it. It's pretty dead.